If Sasquatch exists, let's say in your heart, in your mind, when does it? Where does it? Is that
Where does it end?
That
Where does
seems,
the Sasquatch end?
That seems pretty real.
Yeah.
You don't have a video of it walking through the woods. Okay, well, what about love?
Yeah. What about my anxiety?
Is your love not real because you won't send me a video of you doing it with her?
Dude.
You know?
I'll be your only friend.
Okay, you're a fool, so go to
Always be friends forever.
Welcome to Your Only Friends, where friendship is first, but comedy is always. This is a reminder, we are your only friends. I'm your host, Jared Dykas, and today, my friends, we have someone that I've been trying to get on the podcast for quite some time now. We had some struggling issues with scheduling and me getting sick, but he is finally here. Let's welcome to the building my good friend, Mr. Joel Soul. Joel, how are you doing today, my friend?
Great. Really good. It's a absolute pleasure to be in here.
To be in here, yes.
Yeah.
We're in the building, man.
Yeah.
We're in the building. It's Monday. It's the day after the Eagles won. I know you don't care much about that, but I do want to point it out there. What did you do yesterday while the Eagles were winning?
I was chilling. Most of the day I was chilling, just like,
Well, you had a big weekend this weekend, right? At Clearwater Comedy Club, you were on both of the late shows, right? Thanks to me being sick for one of them.
Yeah.
So that was cool. Mm-hmm. You brought a special lady maybe, or a lady?
All ladies are special.
All ladies are special. But that was fun, right? And then, so what did you do yesterday?
Yesterday I was chilling, and then I went out to a nice dinner.
Local?
Tampa.
Oh, so not too local. Why'd you go all the way out to Tampa for dinner?
Across the bridge. It's a good restaurant that we don't have over here.
Can you you drop it? The name of it, or is it kind of like that where you don't want people knowing where you eat?
I think there's enough not wanting fuck these people.
Yeah.
If you're listening and you want to go to the best Italian restaurant in St. Pete or Tampa and you can't figure that out, you don't deserve to go.
And how would you figure that out, though?
How would I?
How would anyone figure out what is the best Italian food in St. Pete or Tampa?
Where do you take your questions?
Some people say ChatGPT. Some people say Google. I would say Google, right? But here's my problem with Google. The reviews, they're also biased. Like, the people writing the reviews clearly got pissed off for another reason. It's never what they're angry about in the review. Mm-hmm. So it's actually hard for me to find good restaurants or good Pilates studios or chiropractors because the reviews are so tainted.
Yeah. I like to look, you can at least usually check, like, you can do a personality check on, shout out to, what is it called? The Violet Stone. Because you look at their reviews, and somebody on there is responding to the reviews totally unhinged.
What do you mean? Give me an example.
Completely unhinged.
I was just there today, actually. Shout out to the Violet Stone.
Great food. Great, I appreciate
the service.
A business that can have an identity that's a person. Like
Mr. Peanuts, right?
No.
Okay. What do you mean by
that?
that?
Like a corporate ghoul.
Okay.
Mascot. I'm talking about like a food truck. Like you follow for example, a food truck on Instagram. Mm-hmm. Often that's just a human being. Mm-hmm.
You're very against the big, big corporation.
Well, and of course, everything gets there. Well, not everything nowadays. The internet's like dead or dying, right? Mm-hmm. But everything gets there through a person.
Yes.
But I'm talking about like an unhinged, authentic, uncensored,
Yeah.
Wild Wild West
Yeah.
character.
Like these replies aren't coming from a Harvard MBA degree, right? Or like some tactical thought out business book. They're just coming from the heart. Right?
Yeah, someone with their review of this restaurant poked at a bear, and the bear came, and the bear yelled at them in return.
And was it Violet Stone?
I don't know. Maybe I see it a lot. I like. All I'm saying, we get back to the original point of finding a good restaurant. Basically, you want to find an owner who has gone way off the rails in their responses to reviews.
Well, it shows that they're willing to die for their food or their service.
They're up there fighting for it.
Yep.
You know.
Much like us nowadays, right? You know, just fighting for time.
Oh, like on stage?
Yeah,
with
stage
comedy
time.
stuff?
It's comedy stuff. You've been doing comedy stuff for how long now, brother?
In about a week or so, maybe a little more than a week, it'll be exactly 1 year.
It would have been funny. It'd been like in maybe a week or so, in exactly 1 week, it'll have been 2 weeks that I've been doing this. No, that's pretty awesome, man. Your first year.
Yeah.
That's pretty exciting. I remember, and we'll get into your history, but one time we were at an open mic in Sunshine at St. Pete Beach, and I was like, you know, asking you because of your music background and like your creative genius background, like how does comedy lay up to some of the other art forms that you've done? And you said, do you want to kind of tell the audience what you said if you could remember?
There's no way I remember anything. that
Okay,
I've
so
ever
then
said.
what you said was, you know, this is something that it feels like 10x more fun when I'm on stage than, or more fulfilling than music ever did. And it seemed like you had a pretty interesting music career. I mean, you were doing shows. You told me about that one gig that you got, I believe in Sarasota, right? For like the well, it was like a gerbil foundation.
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
The meerkats or the lemurs?
Perhaps.
Yes. What was the animal? You're a big animal lover, Joseph.
I love animals, and I love doing events for a cause. So a lot of the time, if I'm doing a music show or if I was like producing a stand-up comedy show, I would want for there to be something bigger than that baked into it. And so even a tiny slice of whatever pie gets baked financially goes to something that benefits the collective, that allows people to feel like not only am I going out to become disconnected from the grueling matrix of my life, but also I'm saving the fucking blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
And I think that rules even when the blah, blah, blah is totally doomed and everyone knows it.
Wow. What's an example of that right now? What's something that doomed that everyone knows about besides TikTok?
Oh, like humans?
Humans are doomed?
Humanity?
Humanity? Give us something a little bit more specific than that. That's doomed, that maybe is the elephant in the room, that, you know, if we had a cause and a lot of money, it would go towards this, but it's like, you know, what's the point of giving this thing the money? We kind of already lost this battle, like obesity in America.
I think that at this point, if we have not found the Sasquatch, then it will evade us. It will continue. it will continue to evade us.
What do you mean it'll evade us?
The Sasquatch, if it hasn't been found by now.
Wait, do you believe in a Sasquatch?
like the Yeti?
Yes.
It's hard to say that there isn't one. You know?
Why is it hard to say that there isn't a Sasquatch?
I've heard a lot of chatter.
On what, Reddit, dude?
No, just
Or-
on the Sasquatch. I've been hearing
No,
about
wait,
that
go
stuff.
on. Go back to the original thought. If we haven't found the Sasquatch by now, we're in trouble, is what you're essentially saying? And that he's lurking and he's watching us.
No. I think it's just a thing where we're going to have our thing. Society, we've built it. We should be so proud. And then they're the Bigfoot or Sasquatches or whatever, if there's one or multiple, I don't know.
Yeah.
How would you know? But they will just be basically same biosphere, but they can evade us and will continue to. And they will not be found.
Yeah, you're right. With all this technology, like if we haven't found Sasquatch right now, they're like clearly smarter than us. And like we found so much alien stuff,
Yeah.
but no Sasquatch really?
Yeah, same deal with that Loch Ness monster.
Oh man.
Now, if you're talking about oceans, we know for a fact that there's stuff in there. Now, just knowing how much we don't know about the oceans that have been here for as long as all of us, there's like big chunks of it. We're like, yeah, we don't know. We got some guesses about like what's going on over there. The Sasquatch could be in there.
In the ocean.
Yeah.
That would be a bad spot for the Sasquatch to evade us from, in the place that we know the least about. So I'm genuinely a little bit scared about that.
If Sasquatch exists, let's say in your heart, in your mind, when does it? Where does it? Is that?
Where does it end?
That
Where does
seems,
the Sasquatch
that
end?
seems pretty real. You don't have a video of it walking through the woods. Okay. Well, what about love?
Yeah. What about my anxiety?
Is your love not real because you won't send me a video of you doing it with her? You know? It doesn't have to necessarily be like a thing that exists on a cell phone camera to be considered real. You know, people there's people, I think a lot of people are bigger than the God God.
What are you talking
Capital G. God.
about? What about the God God?
That exists in your heart and in your mind.
I thought it was like a different type of God that just came out. I wasn't aware of. Like God 2.0.
I wonder what version we are on of God. I think everyone has their own sort of. It's like a smartphone. You have your own.
You can upgrade God. Could you imagine upgrading God? Like you can upgrade a Tesla self-driving car.
You do, I think, upgrade God.
You upgrade gods.
Yeah, I think. There's a God there's a version of God that exists that's like, hey, you're not allowed to do this or that, or else you're completely screwed to hell forever. And then you could be like, what if God is chill with a little bit of that stuff as long as I like apologize for it, you know?
That's a good point.
And then you go and update God, so now you have it's a whole new.
Yeah, but that's like a
agreement.
shittier God. You're like lessing your.
Whoa.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Dude. Listen, one thing that we need to talk about is both of us putting our ego sides.
For the betterment of the collective.
Exactly.
It's what I've been trying to. It's something that, I've been trying to get more people on board with. I'm the best at it. Probably world champ.
In the St. Pete, Tampa Bay
There's
area,
never
number one at least.
way bigger than that. There's never been anyone better than taking their ego, setting it aside for the better of the collective. Lowering their voice and listening and learning. To empower and lift, and plant roots in their community.
Lift physically or spiritually? Spiritually, yes.
Yeah.
So what makes Joel Soul tick nowadays? Like, what's the thing that really gets you going?
I still am frequently motivated most. I can be acutely motivated by human women.
Of which sorts? All?
What? How are
Which
you?
type
How are
of
you
women-
sorting them?
I don't know. I'm just saying. Listen, I'm not sorting women, Joel. Okay, this is the second time you're trying to get me on my own pod, bro. Like,
I'm not trying to get at anyone.
you're trying to get me. Like, this is a tabloid, bro. I'm not sorting women. What I mean by that is what type of woman.
Oh, adult.
Okay, adult.
Adult.
Adult. What type of adult?
Adult human
Yes.
woman.
An adult human, but it doesn't. I'm saying, like, what about them gets you going? Because I guarantee if we go outside right now and I see the next Bethany outside, she's not going to get you going. So,
You're
like,
right.
what about this woman
Oh, you are right.
is motivating you?
Well, I do like I do prefer when somebody's attractive versus when they're not.
Yes.
And
Ideally.
and people can be attractive and unattractive on many different levels. Right? Physical, of course, is one. You know. Then spiritual, mental, emotional.
Scent wise, right?
Scent, I think, is a big deal. Just like, all sorts of things.
But what
There's
about
sorts
all those sensations is motivating?
motivating?
Like, what gets you going about that? Or are you just talking about
What do you
being
mean?
horny with girls?
Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about getting me going and being horny with girls, I mean, that gets me going.
What?
That's me going.
I thought you were going to say something about, like, it's the passion that a feminine
Oh, no.
energy gives me that allows me to, like, lock in my chakras and produce some form of art.
Oh,
that,
no. That's me, baby. That's all me.
That's all coming from you.
don't
You
give
rely on a
that
pretty
to
girl
the-
for that.
No. No. I do it because I'm only here one time. This is a one-time deal. And I can't just sit back. I would sometimes like to just kick my feet up and be like, all right, here it goes. But I gotta be not.
Why do you feel responsible for putting out your art?
Because I'm a phenomenon.
Talk more about that. Why are you a phenomenon for those who don't know you?
Like, it would be irresponsible for me to not share, like, as a visionary genius, it would be unfair and unjust for me to not share said visions of genius with, people.
And how does the collective benefit when thus genius comes to market?
Everyone gets lifted up. Everyone gets lifted up into the new, way of...
Into the new world, you
Well,
said. Almost.
Almost. I almost said that. Yeah. But, yeah, it's a new world. I wake up in a new world every day, though.
And why is that?
Why is the world?
A
Every
new
day?
world? Yes, yeah.
Well, everything changes. Everything keeps changing. Have you looked around?
Yeah, I
Everything
have.
keeps changing.
Yes. I have looked around and everything is keeping its course but changing.
Everything's changing.
Yes.
Everything keeps changing. By the time this comes out, I mean, unless it comes out like as soon as I walk out the door,
It won't.
then I'll have potentially completely different shoes on. I might not even have shoes on by the time this comes out.
Man, dude. So we met at Sunshine. Me, you, and Adam became quickly a nice little buddy pack.
You just go ahead and assume that every listener knows that Sunshine means Sunshine City Comedy Club. In
Listen,
St.
I'm
Petersburg.
expecting if you're watching this episode 9 right now, you've watched every single, including the solo episode, right? So, yeah, I'm kidding. No, I do expect that kind of, but not really, because I know that your friends, hopefully, or family members, hopefully, will watch this. So Sunshine City Comedy Club, I will identify it as a comedy club at St. Pete Beach, one of the best ones, if not the best one in all of St. Pete, Tampa Bay area. We met at an open mic there, and we started becoming buddies. And me, you, and Adam started becoming buddies. And we were going to go see a couple comedians together. James McCann, right? And then who else were we going to see? That guy that you gave me and Adam tickets for, but we couldn't go.
Cosby. Bill
Cosby, yes. So we were going to go see Bill Cosby. But
Sam
regardless,
Sam Talent was the
we were gonna see Sam Talent. What has Sunshine done for you, brother?
I like it. I think that it's a cool vibe, you know. So I was chilling, as I do, and then I got tickets to go see Kill Tony, and I was like, well, if I'm gonna go, then I'm going to put my name in the bucket. If I'm going to put my name in the bucket, then I should at least have some idea of, like, having done it before.
So this is, like, last year, essentially.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Last, like, January. And so I looked up where I can get on an open mic, and I found Sunshine, and I went and did it.
And that first time you did it, did you get any laughs, if you could remember?
Yeah, I crushed.
Nah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I got the video. I crushed.
Oh, my God. Do you remember any jokes, any premises that you'd feel comfortable sharing?
Sure.
Like, that I might know, just off the top of your head?
Have you heard this stuff about horses?
No.
Well,
The stuff about horses came from that?
I'll say the stuff about horses a little. It's about, like, not looking a gift horse in the mouth.
Oh, yeah, I think I've heard that one, dude.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I did mostly that, and then I did some more about, like, why the miniature horses and the yeah.
A lot of your bits are animal based. The Stingray
Some
one is
animals are
my least
classic.
favorite bit out of the whole St. Pete comedy scene.
You don't like that.
I don't like the Stingray one, dude. It makes me uncomfortable.
That makes you kind of a bigot.
What's a bigot mean, dude? I hear the word, but I don't know what it means, really.
It means you, like, are, like, prejudiced, I think. You're, like, aggressively prejudiced.
Just because I don't want to hear about you having sex with a stingray?
Yeah. I mean, no, it's not me.
Maybe that's why I don't like the joke, because I always think it's you having sex with the
So
stingray.
your imagination is getting me in trouble with you, and I'm just speaking my truth.
Oh, you're one of those people, dude. You ever get in an argument with someone, they're like, oh, I'm sorry that the way that you're responding to the thing that I'm doing is causing you to act. You know what I'm talking about?
If
dude?
you're
And I'm
upset,
like, bro,
it's your fault.
No.
Yeah.
What if you're doing something
Unless
wrong?
I'm doing harm,
Yes.
not fake harm. Real
There's no
malicious
such
harm.
thing as fake harm.
Okay.
Give me one example of fake harm.
Fake harm. You could fake anything could be faked.
Oh, yes. Do you think the moon landing was fake?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Then I'll ask you the question that I ask everyone else. Why didn't we go back? And I'm not saying we did go to the moon or didn't, but why didn't we go back to the moon by now then? It's just so expensive?
Yeah, it's a money thing. Do you have sponsors for this?
Yes, Chuga.
Okay.
Chuga, more life.
This episode of Your Only Friends podcast is sponsored by aggressive, untreatable chlamydia.
What?
They've
Why?
got that now.
What?
They have it now.
Who?
They came out with it. I don't know. It's new.
Oh, dude, no. Bro, what are you talking about? Did we go to the moon or not?
Yeah.
But why didn't we go back?
It's not. Why would we? We nabbed it, and then it's
Dude,
like, what are we going to do?
I've gone back to, like, New Orleans
We've sent probes back, I think, just not like humans. And we might have sent more humans.
We might have sent more humans to the moon. There's no way, dude. All right, you're not the right person.
We did a bunch of missions, man.
The Lazarus missions. Do you know what movie that's from?
Sunshine?
No.
Have you seen that?
No, what's that?
It's good. It's about space stuff. That's all I want to say.
If you had a category, right, of movies that you liked, Joel Soul, like when you're at home in your room in the dark with your cat.
Cinema?
Yes, cinema. Real movies, not adult movies.
Yeah, a category. I don't think that I could.
Like I'm always in the mood for a good, comedy or thriller or progressive house music documentary.
Yeah, so even I'm not sure. Like I like if it's action. If there's action, I can usually get into it.
Really?
Yeah, I like action.
You don't seem like a much
How
like
dare
an
you.
Action Jackson, brother.
Yeah, but like James Bond and Tom
Okay.
Cruise and shit. Like,
Yeah,
what are you
okay.
gonna do? Come on.
That's cool. I'm not that much into action, to be honest, man.
You don't like seeing crazy Tom do crazy stuff?
No, because it's like that's not real.
Well, with Tom, some of it is kind of real.
Tom Hanks or Tom Cruise?
Both. Tom Hanks, he stayed in that airport.
What are you talking about?
They kept him in that airport
For Sully?
for that movie.
Yeah,
No.
What airport?
The one where he lived in the airport.
Which was what movie?
He was a foreign man. He got stuck in an airport due to bureaucracy.
Oh man, dude, this is so weird. I just had deja vu.
Yeah.
This is the first time it happened on the podcast. And it happened over talking about Tom Hanks. Well, tell me about Japan, brother.
Japan rules. I
Okay,
went,
you
I
just
went
went
there.
and did comedy in Japan.
I did. I'm actually.
Where'd you do it at?
Mega international superstar. That's what people have been saying about me.
No, where did you do comedy at? Like,
Dude.
well, it was called like Tokyo Comedy Club or something.
It
like
was
that, right?
called Tokyo Comedy Club. They were very generous and it gave me some time to do some jokes on their stage.
Did you make fun of them?
Who are they?
People that live in Japan.
Not a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. I tried to get World War III going with some Germans that were there they were tourists.
You tried to use like crowd work, World War III type of energy, right?
Well, I was doing crowd work a little bit. There were some Germans that I was talking to in the crowd, and I asked them if they were there to try to get World War III going.
How did they respond to that?
They didn't laugh, but everyone else did.
Tell me
that's
about
good enough for me.
that is good. Tell me about the biggest culture difference between Japan and here. I haven't traveled out of the country much.
There's drinking fountains everywhere. Right? They're ubiquitous. There's drinking fountains all
Of water?
You can get a drink of water all over the place, but they put them in the toilets.
What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
you can get a drink of water out of any toilet in Japan.
They're bidets, dude. They're bidets. And
That's
most
like a
of them are probably
Japanese word
dirty.
for drinking.
Drinking
fountain.
Water. A bidet.
Drinking
No, dude,
fountain.
that's terrible. Seriously, how is the culture different besides putting your head in a toilet?
So the one thing that I noticed there right away is that, like, if you go and like look around at like a whole bunch of people, Japanese, totally Japanese, like pretty much everyone.
Everyone, yes. There's not a lot of tourists there.
No, there are.
But even the tourists are Japanese.
There's a lot of tourists, but like there's more Japanese. Way more.
Way more.
Yeah, at least there's several times more.
Do you have any new trips coming up? Anything fun coming up?
I'm gonna go back to Austin in March.
Are you gonna try Kill Tony again? How many times
Yeah.
have you tried to get on Kill Tony?
4 times.
Physically in that location.
Yeah.
You sat through 4. Tell me about that. How was sitting through 4 Kill Tony? Did you like it?
Yeah, it's really exciting. So I like the show. I think the show is really entertaining, especially being in the rooms, really entertaining.
man, I can't
but also,
imagine.
it's super exciting to know that, like, potentially, you could become part of the show in a second.
So do you know how do they call the name and then the people are backstage so quick? That's one
They
thing I never
queue it
understood.
up. So they like quietly pull a name, and then they have them get from the bar and then up there, and then they.
I'm
say the
sure,
name.
yeah. I'm sure anyone could have figured that out. Now I look like a fool.
Well, it didn't just start.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kidding. I don't think that you look like a fool.
Oh, it didn't just start looking like a fool. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. This isn't my first rodeo.
Do you got a
looking like
favorite
fool.
fruit?
Yeah, honeydew.
Ooh, do you get into cantaloupe, or do you got a problem?
I can get into cantaloupe.
Okay.
I can get into cantaloupe. Dude, what was that about? I had a whole fucking.
I'm sorry.
I had a whole spiel. I was ready. No, it's okay. No, man. I mean, Joel.
What's your
You're-
sign?
Come on, man. This isn't. You said. I remember what you said. You were like, if you don't hit me with the hard questions, I'm going to start hitting you with questions. And this is where I tell you, I'm a Cancer man, but that's not happening here because I have questions for you.
Okay.
Okay? So, what I was going to ask you before you started talking about chlamydia
Yeah.
was talk to me about some of
Sponsor.
the worst crowd work moments that you've had.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, tell me
Okay,
some
I
of the
had one.
worst crowd work
Yeah,
moments.
yeah. The other night, there's this guy like right up front, and he was older, and he was just right up front, and he was staring right at me. So I was like, all right, this guy, and I called on him one time, and I got nothing from him. Like he
What
didn't-
do you remember what you called on him and said?
The first thing. No, I don't. I don't exactly remember, but I
You don't
did.
remember anything.
I tried to get like his favorite number out of him. But like a bunch. I tried a bunch of times to get any sort of acknowledgement from him at all. And he was just dead silent, just staring at me. And I even like referenced the guy who was like dead silent, just staring at me. And then later I was sitting at the bar, and this guy comes out, and I'm pretty sure this guy's like, have you ever seen an old person that has died, but they're still like walking around?
Yeah, with their like mouth open and stuff.
Yeah, this guy was dead.
Oh,
Like
man.
it looked like he couldn't
Then why did you
physically.
pick on him?
I didn't notice that. I'm not ageist. I'm super duper inclusive.
You don't see numbers.
I don't see any of that stuff. I look out and I see people, and then we all laugh together, and nobody gets hurt.
Yeah. No, and that's happened every time. No one gets hurt. Tell me about a good crowd work moment. Can you think of anyone?
Yeah, the other night, there was this lady that was yapping. You ever get that? A lady that's
The
yapping?
yapper, yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate them though, man. They fire me up. I'm not someone who like.
I kind of like if they're yapping at me.
But they were yapping at someone else.
But it was like, I'm talking about like crosstalk.
Oh,
I'm talking about,
crosstalk.
they're talking about their fucking poodles.
Ugh.
And I'm not.
No, that can't happen. So what you do?
Well, I threatened to kill her. And then I said that I was allowed to because it was the dark show. And then I proceeded to threaten a bunch more people.
In what way?
Like I just said that like I'd make one phone call and they wouldn't make it home. Or like I said like, 35 people came to this show last week, 7 made it home. I did my best, and I let them know that I did several of them personally, and that I think it feels good to be part of something
Oh my god.
like that.
Man, if I've ever met someone who doesn't put their ego aside, for the betterment of the collective, it's you, man. Seriously.
Yeah, well, and sometimes, people, the comedies, it shouldn't be safe. If you come to see me do comedy, you're signing a spiritual contract.
A waiver.
I get to kill you.
A spiritual waiver that I get to kill you?
Yeah, 100%.
And why is that?
Why would they do that?
No, I'm saying why do you get that right? Because you're on the stage and they're in the crowd?
You don't understand something. You're a comedian, right?
Yeah.
I'm an artist. So I wake up every day as an artist.
Bro.
Right. So I need for people to sign a spiritual contract that
I'm gonna shit myself,
that
dude.
puts
I'm gonna literally
if they're not trusting me with their life, then I don't need to trust them with my art.
Bro. Yeah. I mean,
It's that good.
Okay, when you say you're an artist,
Uh-huh.
what makes you an artist besides the music? Or is it the music?
Is it the music? Oh, I mean, God made me an artist. You know.
No, I believe that we're all artists in some ways, but you're more of an artist than most.
Oh yeah.
I can agree.
Yeah. Capital
Well, talk
A.
to me about your other ventures, man. Like, I want to give my friends some insight into Joel's soul. Like, I know you had a lot of music on Spotify.
I did
you
music.
had
I made music.
podcasts.
I've recorded music and played music shows for like 15 years at least. I'm not going to do the math right now, but like 15 years at least.
Can you
And
date yourself, by the way? I don't think I've ever asked you your age.
I've gone on dates with myself.
No,
but
I'm saying, can you date? Can you? How old are you?
Oh, I'm 34 today.
No, you're not.
Yeah, but by the time this comes out, I'm going to be 34 plus a little bit.
Bro, I didn't know you were 34.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, man.
Did you think I was older or younger?
No, I thought you were just my age.
You're like young. You're like 20
not.
something. Everyone's
I'm
like
like
22.
27.
Okay.
22, dude. Could you imagine?
Dude, everyone's young.
Yeah, they are.
Everyone's so young, and they're like really like optimistic about how their hobby is going to save them from the machine that will eat their dreams and shit them out. And I love it.
Yeah, life didn't punch them in the face yet, right?
Yet.
But it will. I know. Oh, man.
I wish everyone the best, especially if you're listening to me talk in this,
Oh,
but
absolutely,
especially still after all this.
absolutely.
But it is wild to see the young. I saw so much of that, so long ago with within like music and like people with like film stuff and like all the stuff, and like I'm old. I've watched everyone, mostly everyone, have dreams. And then
What have you learned about that? The art of giving up on your dreams.
quitters never win. But also, not quitting is mostly losers.
I'm sorry, dude. Not quitting is mostly losers. So you got to succeed at some point to be a winner.
No, winners never feel, I think, totally successful. I don't think.
Who's someone you look up to nowadays, man?
I keep, like, Christ in my heart.
Yeah, man.
I'm joking, actually. I don't. He's not allowed in there. He stunk it up last time?
What? Dude, shut up, dude. Who do you look up to, man? Give me some idols of yours right now. Visionary artist. Kanye, I know you love.
Kanye's an artist. Mm-hmm. So that's an artist.
Yeah, name some other artists nowadays.
I liked someone was talking to me about that Bo Burnham.
Bro, it's so crazy to me that you brought that up because I was gonna ask you specifically your thoughts on like him and have you seen his Netflix stuff?
Yeah, Inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Inside is a master
Right?
work.
That came out during COVID. I thought that was so fucking funny, man.
It was way beyond just funny. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was
All
that,
right,
that,
dude,
was, that, that was
all right.
that was a master work. Well,
Yes.
that's where he's an artist.
Yeah, okay. Yes.
That's an artist.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, he made that.
No, I feel that. Like that's
Comedian can't even make a comedy special without the help of a team of people. An artist just makes art.
Bro, get the fuck out of here. I feel like you're my biggest hater on this podcast, man. This is all about being
I'm not
my
hating
friend.
at all. I'm not hating
kidding.
at all.
I'm kidding.
I'm your only friends.
Yes. No, you are. Who's on your shirt? It's
This
a
is
gremlin?
It's like it's a shirt I got in Japan. It's like Gremlins, but it's like a little bit Japanese.
You don't know the guy's name?
Gizmo.
Oh, Gizmo.
Oh,
yeah, I thought they had a
know.
name.
Yeah. I've got a Furby Gizmo, new in the box, unopened.
Yeah, I feel like you got a lot of
For
shit
sale.
like that.
$800.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. $800
What are the
local
comps on
pickup.
that? What
If
are
you
the
wouldn't need me to
comps on
ship,
that?
$2,000.
What are the past sales?
I don't know. I got a good deal on it though when I bought it.
How much you buy it for?
I don't remember.
You don't want to disclose that
I
information.
honestly don't remember. It was probably, I'd guess it was definitely over $100.
Yeah. I would think.
It was probably less than $200. You want me to check?
No, I don't want you to. It's all good. Talk to us about what you got going on, man.
Yeah.
What do you got going on this year? It's 2025. The Eagles just fucking beat the Rams yesterday. I mean, what's going on here? What do you what do you make of this year?
Well, it's early. I've been making a little bit of music. I do that just to kind of keep the motor running in my, in my life.
Where do you find the time to make music? Mornings, nights, afternoons? A little bit in between?
Evenings, usually evenings. But like last week, I didn't get to because I was doing all the comedy shows because I'm hugely in demand right now.
You are.
My DM is full of people that want me to be on comedy shows, that want to go on a date, that just want to chat a little bit and see. And it's just this constant flood of just shockingly beautiful people who want me to do stuff for them and give them my time and energy and attention. And for the most part, I'm happy to do it as long as everyone's nice, you know?
Bro, you're like my worst nightmare, bro. You're literally like my worst nightmare.
Why?
Because, bro, like, that's my dream. That's like my fucking dream, bro, to be like that. And like here you are, like literally right in front of me.
Well, it's easy. It's easy to do it. It's easy to get to.
How does
there.
one obtain that?
You show up every day. A, live your truth. Right. B, your authentic self. Right. Relish your lived experience. You know. Hot dogs.
And then at what point do you put your ego aside for
If
the
you're not
betterment of the
doing
collective?
that pretty much all the time, you're out. You're out. You go. Get back in there. You're out.
Yeah. Hey, listen, Joel. Is there
Is it
anything
over?
that-
Is
it's
it
not
over?
over. I'm giving you a little.
How long? How long have we been doing it?
Nick, how long have we been doing it?
45 minutes.
45 minutes, brother.
Roughly.
That's perfect.
Are you uncomfortable? Do you think it's gone well?
No, why?
You don't think it's gone well?
Oh, I thought you said a while. No, has it gone well?
Yeah.
Yes, we're not like, dude, we're kind of descending. It's not like it's like an abrupt, I'm just letting you know where we're at with the episode.
I feel like we were close to like real, just digestible, honest to goodness truth.
I feel like all of that was like just gospel, like truth, like spoken word, right?
I showed up here today to do one thing and then another thing. And the first thing is podcasting.
What was the other thing, dude?
Oh, I got nothing.
Okay, that's fine. I thought you were gonna shoot me or something.
No, I told you. I texted you.
That you had gifts.
And I did bring
And
gifts.
he
Tell
brought
them
gifts. He
I'm-
brought gifts. I should have brought them onto the
Very nice.
podcast, right? I could have been like, "Hey, this is Joel's cat." He gave me a pouch or a what would you call that? A stitched pouch, right, with his cat on it. and then he gave me
It's embroidered patch.
Javier.
Javier.
Javier, it says, which is a great name for a cat, right? Then he also gave me a ball that was from Japan that said something about Teletubbies on there, and I'm not going to open it. I'm just going to leave it in that ball wrap because I think that's what you're supposed to do with that type of memorabilia, right? Like, I'm not going to open
You can.
that thing,
I
right?
think you can.
And then take the poster out of Teletubbies and put it where?
It's not a poster. It could be anything. It could be a little pouch with a zipper. It could be a little zippered bag.
No.
It might be.
Is it? A Teletubby little satchel?
Not full satchel. A little zippered bag.
I mean, that sounds very valuable.
What
No, when I
episode number is this?
This is episode number 9.
11.
Stop. No. No, this is 9. This is episode number 9. And what do you want people to know? Like, what did you not say that I should have asked you?
About Joel Soul.
Who is Joel Soul?
Yeah, I'll tell you. So Joel Soul is not my real name. But also, I've had a lot of names. Like, when I was doing music, I had a lot of different names. And here's the thing. Here's what keeps happening. I keep showing up the same. So you can call me whatever you want, basically. And it's me. That's me, baby. And Joel Soul is a name that I'm using to do comedy in order to separate it from some of my other lanes of creativity and expression, so as to hopefully cultivate a more focused audience that really people that want to laugh, people that like comedy can pay attention to what Joel Soul is saying, and people that need to like make real change in their life and become like infinite, they can contact maybe not Joel Soul, but it's still gonna be me.
Wait. So if people want to become infinite, hit you up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll
And
leave
Joel
it right.
Soul does comedy. People can check out Joel Soul doing the comedy stuff. You do comedy. I'm Joel Soul
doing comedy.
Right?
But they can find you at Joel Soul Comedy on Instagram.
Yeah.
Anywhere else they can find you?
So if you go to Joel Soul Comedy on Instagram, what you'll find is I'm on there. I'm like, hey, I'll be at this place at this time. If you go to those places at those times, then they can see me do comedy in real life.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm actually, people have said that I'm friendly, generous, and passionate when I've been approached. Like you can people I like what I like is people that come to the comedy show and they laugh a lot, but then when I'm outside, like I go outside after
and you get to bask in your glories.
Well, I'm sitting there. I like to sit out there and just kind of ponder and reflect on like what I've been able to accomplish. But then I like when people come out and they like just give me their love, and then I give them my love, like harder than they've ever been loved in their lives.
Wow. Joel, that's pretty badass, man. Thank you for coming on the show.
It's been an honor and a privilege, and
It won't be the last time. You and Adam will both be on at the same time.
he can get me going sometimes.
Yes.
I made him laugh one time. I told a joke and
Was it on camera?
on camera.
Did you make him laugh on camera?
Listen, is your love real if you won't send me videos of you making love to the woman?
Is that what you were saying earlier in the episode, dude?
Yeah.
All right, man. You gotta
I
get
said
out of
actually
here.
a lot of really insightful shit today.
You have. I'm gonna have to rewatch this, and we're gonna have to see what we can put and not put in here. Definitely.
I feel like almost
Most of it.
almost
we can put
everything.
all of everything. I mean, I can't actually think of one bad thing.
Do you want to get some in there?
No. Okay, let's end it. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good one.